What's up, y'all? Little late, super late night stream today on a Friday night at about 9:20. It is Z-Rex with no noise. We are live on this Friday, June 23rd, 2023. You might be wondering, what the F, Z-Rex? What are you doing right now at 9:20 at night doing a stream? Well, if you follow along and hang out with us, then you know that I've been on little mini vacay. June's a pretty big traveling month for myself. The kid getting out of school. It's also my birthday, Father's Day. So we like to plan a lot of stuff around June. Anyway, y'all don't care about that, but it is relevant. That's why we haven't been back. I couldn't squeeze it in. It didn't really work on the roads, sand in the laptop, Wi-Fi. I'm gonna figure something out. I know I've said that the last like 4 times or 3 times, but it's in the works. Equipment stuff, traveling, whatever. Who cares? We're talking about price. Plenty to talk about. I'm sure there's some tight pants out there right now. But I just got back earlier today. About what time is it? 9:30 almost. Yeah, I just got back earlier about a couple hours ago. Got the car unloaded, cleaned up, all that stuff, and I thought, it has been too long for a no noise episode because I do love enjoying these streams. No, doing. I enjoy doing the streams. Yes, okay, that's okay. We can stumble on our words on the late night because we chilling. It's been a long day too. Whatever. So let's jump into it because Bitcoin did that little snap move that we were talking about that was a potential off of this low coming in on the super epic, tightest EMA structure that we've ever seen on Bitcoin on a weekly chart, which to me is the most significant chart in Bitcoin by a long shot. I don't think anything else comes close to it. You can't say that about every asset, and yes, it only has been 10 years, 12 years, whatever. But if this is out for another 20 years or something, then obviously it'll change. But currently, I do really favor the weekly chart on Bitcoin. Also, it's like that for metals too. Metals, you can even look at it monthly, but I digress. I wish we would have had a stream for this week, that last weekly close. It was starting to. This is at the open right here, which is right on the line, and we were talking about if it did open and close below there, that would actually be pretty nasty. And when we get open and closes above or below this yellow line here, which is the 21, that usually dictates the longer term direction trying to go the other way. But in this case, the open and close, and we were at like 4 days or something. Oh, it was 4 days and 2 hours actually, because I remember making a joke about 42 meme power, baby. Anyway, and we were talking about if it does close below there, we probably get into the 24,000 handle. We didn't do that. The bulls came in and they just shut the bears down off of that triple mega support. I mean, at this point when that happened, what is this? Let's just look. I want to know exactly. I want to know. Literally, what is that? That's like not even $200. Like everything was within 200 bucks or so, and which is pretty epic. Anyway, I'm going off a tangent about that. We've talked about that ad nauseum, that this level is very high point of interest, just given that how EMAs stack on a weekly. This usually never happens and has not happened in Bitcoin. Whatever. We've beat that horse to just make this point that if it did open and close below this structure, that it would look very bad. And we probably would test at least a 24,000 handle. And I would really have started to question the bulls. Now, the other thing happened that we mentioned, which I think is pretty awesome, and I think everybody else thinks is pretty awesome as well if you're bullish on crypto, and for this to fill out the structure that it's done for a long time, just kind of following its pattern. We've shared the whatchamacallit chart. What the hell do I call that thing? Sorry, it's late, guys. Let's see. It's the we can look at it, the halving chart. I call it the halving anal. Well, yeah, that's a great one. We've pulled that up before, and I also had that posted on my ideas too. Um, but yeah, following the trend, whatever. This was the other reaction that I mentioned. If we did get a snap from this area and the Bulls defended and got right back above 26,000, that this would be like a really good fake out. And that shit play. And I'm kind of like, I literally didn't look at my freaking phone or pretty much anything until I got an alert actually from TradingView that said crypto was over 30K. And I was like, wait, what, dude? No way. Well, all righty, Bulls, let's go. Now they're on the flip side. We're on the upside of this. Will they be able to open and close above this local high? Very critical now. We have flipped within a matter of days to the other side, which is this is not surprising. Crypto loves to do this kind of shit and then kind of just go sideways and just keep running. Y'all have seen it a million times. You can just look at the chart. We're not going to do that right now. But getting back above 26, I mean, look at this. We talked about 26 being the new 24. And we get a close right on 25. So we have a candle pretty much in the 25,000 handle. Like, excuse me. So we get one open and close below there. Oh, we're threatening. Zero follow through and then immediate rejection. So within 2 days, like after this candle, we should get 24. Oh, I guess technically got it 24/7, whatever. That's like barely, but whatever. We should get 24 something, closer to 24, but that didn't even come to fruition over a couple of days. It was immediately rejected, and that shit just that is a pretty epic move by the Bulls. And all they have to do now for this, for me to like kind of flip pretty damn bullish, is this close for the weekly to be above this local high right here. So we're just looking basic structure. That's kind of candle structure to me, just trump or price structure. You don't have to use specifically candles. That's what I use, but price structure trumps everything. And if this weekly can close above about 30,400 bucks, somewhere close to there, we can just call it probably 30K. And ultimately, if it could really close above this horizontal at 31.4, if that were to happen, that would look very good. And I would expect um upside price action, probably into the end of the year, maybe a little more sideways to kind of accept this little attempted breakout. I could definitely see that. Maybe another month or so, just chilling, but retesting and just staying now above this high 20s, upper 20s, like 28K. That's going to look really good. Another thing that's interesting, and if y'all do regular candle analysis or watch this channel too, which I feel like if you just watch it enough, you'll learn a lot about just candle structure. Like we mentioned this one on this video, that this is a beautiful hammer off the 21 and this trend line cross, both very significant and also structure. I mean, horizontals kind of in a similar vein of where we were here, and we got immediately follow through on that. These hammer candles are no joke. This is a weekly, so weekly time frame takes a little while to reject or see if we're going to get follow through, whatever, to get resolution. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. Anyway, we got almost that exact same type of structure. Bears try to get it under. Everyone kind of starts freaking out, getting a little too close. But really all we did was test the tops of this consolidation, which was the most beautiful scenario that we could be looking for. And it looks like we have gotten it. This is setting up to be pretty damn sexy. And we're even about to get the 21. I can't see it. Hold on. Let me see. Oh, it's like literally at the money. If you look over here, it's like 26,320 and 26,319. So 26,319 is the level this has to be above to cross and actually have the first upside cross on the weekly 21 and 55 since all the way back in May of 2020. So after the COVID blip over here, which y'all already know what happened after that. So this is very interesting, and I think can be setting up for the breakout of this 31.3. Because the only way to flip, and talk about this a lot on the channel, is on weekly trends. You can have daily swings and whatever, but the weekly above the 21 EMA on Bitcoin is just super critical and easy peasy, really, to like just, oh, you're above the 21, bulls have the advantage until you get open and close below it, which is what we were looking for. And man, how funny too. June was the month that was just really kind of the target zone for resolution. Thought it would happen a little bit earlier in June, but whatever. We're right in the I guess, oh shit, we're already in the last week of June. God damn. Anyway, this is setting up to be pretty nice. I'm expecting some pretty good breakthrough action on this, unless we got back under 28. But if this can just hold up 28 and this weekly continues like this over the next couple days, tomorrow's Saturday. I guess don't forget we did have that kind of candle that was threatening structure here, the little dump on that Saturday. Was it this one? No, what the hell candle was that? It was one of these Saturdays. There it is. We had some, and it wasn't Bitcoin. A lot of the altcoins dumped. That was actually more recent, wasn't it? Wasn't that like two Sat right before I left? Yeah, this one. Yeah, actually, the day after my birthday, bam, just dump fest 3,000. But it did close at a cool area. Like I think we talked about this right after Bitcoin on the last show. Having a little deja vu. We got this little area right here went sideways, and immediate just rejection from the bulls. So very nice getting back above these trend lines. Back to finish my thought. Sorry, a little digression there. But we are getting a nice setup here. Maybe we get some big price action tomorrow. We got it last Saturday. If bulls take this up over, 32 tomorrow and this weekly closes up there, that's going to look freaking pretty awesome. I will aggressively go into buy the dip mode. I'll tell you that. That's all I'm going to say. You got it on BitO. Look, it's already doing it on GBDC and BitO. Sorry, I got those flipped around. I don't even know why I look at BitO because it's a garbage ass product. It's already doing it on. Wow, GBDC is over 19. Oh, Nikes. That is pretty intense. That is actually uber bullish above 1750. Yeah, about 1750 ish. We have filled this gap entirely, so maybe we got to take a little breather. And the 200's right above it, but building the structure out really very nicely for long term because this is kind of just turning into sine wave action continuation. So that's nice. Let's see here. About 1950 is going to be the level for Ethereum. It's kind of a little bit deeper in the trench here. Really needs to get that 1950 to 2K. I mean, the macro is about 2K. So interesting. Bitcoin's kind of taken over. Mama Bear doing her thing. I like that. But looks good. I would like to see it get above this horizontal here at about actually 1920-ish. So a little bit lower. Because you can see every time we've got above 1920, that bitch just likes to run. Now, if it gets continuation or not is a question. So it didn't get it here. Ran, immediate rejection. This one ran, got continuation, fake out, little fake out breakout. Let's see. Let's go to the weekly. Yeah, man. Yeah, that 1920 handle, very, very critical spot. Still looks pretty damn good. This technically is an open and close weekly below the 21, but it is at a hammer right above structure and right at this trend line cross. And sometimes Ethereum gets a little bit more wonky too than Bitcoin. Bitcoin specifically, I really like the weekly on. All right, but that looks good. Oh yeah, futures. Looking nice. Love it. All right, good. XRP back above. Oh wait, hold on. We can't skip Charlie. Litecoin's very important. Man, look at this beautiful bounce off this horizontal in the low 70s. Oh, that's gorgeous. Very nice. Back into the blue box. I mean, this you can argue is pretty damn bullish above $84 for a run, maybe to 94 to pretty much low 100s. I mean, this is a really good reaction right here. Let's put on the oscillators. Let's see, ETC. We already kind of did that one. Looks good back above 17. No problems. This one's been decent above 48. You can see it went right below about half a penny barely. But again, right on structure. Little hammer, nice candle. We are getting a daily flash here. We got, ooh, that's very interesting. Ripple Me Nipples is giving us a volatility flash on the daily. Usually big moves come out of that, and we don't have to look very far to the left to see one of those. Here's the last time that printed a few in a row, actually, and that was right before we got the pop. Now, this is a directionless indicator, but you can use structure and other things to apply a bias direction. XM or XLM. Wait, why is XLM? Oh, wait, I'm tripping. Oh, man, super special. Late night streams. Hell yeah. XLM is fine. Back in the blue box, little fake out breakdown. And what happens on fake breakouts and breakdowns? You usually go test the other side of range, and usually pretty quickly. Now, we already kind of have done that on XLM. It's already on the upper third-ish of that range. So pretty interesting. A lot of resistance at 9.4. So it's still range bound on this chart. TRX looks good for some continuation. I mean, sitting above this, 69 level, everyone's favorite number. I mean, this is a great looking chart right here. I mean, I ain't got no problems with this. Above that 69 level, this structure's building very nice. ADA is still way in the hole. Shite. Barrett, look at that. Caught its local low, though. So that's good defense. So that is bulls really reassuring and reaffirming that above 25 cents is that's the pivot zone pretty much. BCH. Oh, what's up, Zoria? We're going to go look at that here in a sec. Link. Is this turning into a false breakdown? If Bitcoin goes over like 31 and ETH gets over like 1950-ish on dailies and like even shorter term time frames, definitely on the weekly, obviously, if it's 2,000 above 30K here in a few days or a couple of days, some of these altcoins are going to start ripping face. And when crypto flips a lot of times, it just goes and it does not leave no man behind, I guess, or actually it says leave all them behind. And it just says rip faces, and you jump on a train or don't. There's no room for hesitation a lot of times in crypto. Lots of emotion in there. Zcash, okay, fine, 25, not bad. Dogecoin going down to, where did it go? It lost the 666. We just went right back down here to the structure. So nice reaction so far. We're back above the devil. So, man, that could be building a very nice chart, staying above this little swing low. Bulls are asserting and reaffirming some of these structures. Oh, nice. Here's that. Oh, did this do it? Bump and run, y'all. Look at this beautiful, beautiful chart. Breaks out over here, does a little fake kind of dribbly drew with structure looking right to the left. Nothing really substantial. A couple of days does not change a weekly trend. And with that bump and run pattern on it, pretty nice. And there's probably fib in this too, but let's see. I don't know if I can, if my stupid thing will go away. Yep, oh man, right on the 618, which is close to 42. Hell yeah. Anyway, regardless, this looks really good back above 60 cents. True. Is this going to do a bump and run too? We're breaking out. This thing dribbles a little bit here. We could be looking at a pretty good shot to almost 6 pennies pretty easily. Radix, nice also move off the 200. Like it. I mean, most of these altcoins aren't going to do as good as Bitcoin, especially since it's just kind of happened the last couple of days. Some are popping really hard. Like this is a very nice move off here, no doubt. And it has better structure. Like some stuff, I should say, just doesn't have good structure. Radix has had pretty good structure for this whole year. It's one of the better ones. Better looking ones. I don't really know shit about it, but VCA. Oh, why, hello. Well. What the no wonder you typed that into the chat box. Okay, well, what is this little double it up almost? Shit, dog. That is a double from this little low. Yeah, we were talking about this crazy candle on that Friday, or sorry, that Saturday. It's like, what the hell was this? Just sideways? And I mean, that is a hell of a pump. Well, 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 this is what Bitcoin Cash likes to do. And right off what I was just saying a second ago, that sometimes crypto just says you can suck it and goes moonshotting to the horizontal in 2 or 3 days. Now, there is major resistance at 200 bucks, and this is a crazy ass move. 86 on RSI, 60 on DMI. I mean, that is gargantuan levels. That's probably here, maybe at the end of this. Let's see, where was that? Yeah, right here, which it did just sell off real hard, 40%, but also made a new high. That's way back in the big pump there. Can't believe it got to 1,200 bucks. That's so crazy. Let's see. This is probably a 60. Oh, here's a 70. Wow, it was higher within a month. Okay, so that's noteworthy. Let's see this one here. Wow, even this one not quite 60, but also higher within a month and almost the same percent, almost 44%. And let's measure this one just cuz might as well. No, not that from here. And about 34%. So pretty interesting within a month as well. Well, so on a 60 spike on DMI, which is one of my favorite indicators, that's implying that this is going to break out and be roughly 30 to 40% higher within a month of today, which puts us oddly enough right underneath this trend line and right up underneath this structure. Well, let's go, BCH. I like that. Very, very nice. Very nice. And that, that's that sideways dribble. I've been buying the BCH and holding it on many for most of this year, really, just kind of chilling, waiting and seeing what happens. I've just always liked this below. It had to be comfy above 100. So very nice to see that come to fruition. Did not expect that. Is BSV next? Let's go look. Oh, snap. BSV's trying to say what's up, too. Well, hello. Oh, wow. That shit went to 15 bucks. That was that Saturday. That was that bloody Saturday. Well, hey, it looks like that bloody Saturday was indeed the capitulation move. That was enough to scare everybody after going sideways and down for a long time. Some of these crypto, man, this is interesting. This is a major development in price action. That's for sure. Very cool to see. Oh, it's not boring anymore. Yay. XMR. Let's see. Privacy coins, have they pumped pretty good? Yeah, they up. Oh, man, if this thing gets back above mid 150s, would be very sexy time. Zcash coming right up against resistance. So this one not looking as sexy. Yeah, whatever. It's rallied 20% off of here, but this is still very much in downward structure. Some of this other stuff is not like that. Like apparently like BSV. Or even XMR is better. Over time it has been making higher highs. It did try to, or sorry, higher lows and higher highs, but it did try to breach here for a couple of days and was rejected. Man, here's an example of some ball flash right here. If you don't know about it, it's free. Use it. Just look up historical volatility on the indicators, and there you go. I think it should be on everyone's chart. It pretty much makes the VIX of whatever you put. Like, I know there's not options and stuff. I'm aware of how VIX is calculated and all that, but it creates just like a volatility percentile against price action. Man, and look at this freaking. Oh my God. So this is just reminding me, zooming out. We were talking about this. Is this a big H pattern? And if y'all know anything about H patterns, they're badass. It's one of my favorite patterns, and I don't almost hear anyone talk about them. I'm not just saying that either. I've watched and still watch some YouTubers and stuff about it. Not really that much, but more read some of the pro books and literatures, and this stuff is just not really spoken about. And it's a really awesome pattern. Look it up. There are guys that talk about it for sure, but it's definitely probably one of the least known ones. What's cool about it is they resolve quickly. So we've talked about them a lot before. You either pretty much get breakdown, you get comfortable below this bottom part of the H, and then you can pretty much expect it to a measured move, and you just drag it down like that, which would be very bearish in this case, would put us at these lows, about $100. But this case, for bullish measurements, you do it to the other side. So let me delete this real quick. And this is exactly what you want to see in this pattern too, by the way. We'll go over it. For the bulls, and this is usually I'm gonna get banned for saying that. This is usually a bullish resolve pattern. So H is hard to short is a good way to remember it. It's hard to actually short and win on this pattern. Um, so what you want to see is fast resolution. It's usually, on a daily, it's usually going to be like a week or two, maybe. And but the thing you want to see is exactly this: get back up into the hump area, and then the signal actually fires when you close, open and close above it. So roughly around here, like 160, which this is building up an attempt to do. And then you can take the measured move and go like so. So that would be a target of just over $200. So we're looking at pretty substantial moves, $50 move off of this structure. So this is looking really pretty sexy time. Now, what doesn't look sexy, because you want to be prepared for both sides, because you don't know what the fuck's going to happen. Oh, this gets rejected immediately, and then we make new lows. It would have to be pretty aggressive, and just generally speaking for Bitcoin, if this got aggressive and sold really hard and broke back down and was getting comfy below 28, then I'd be like, oh shit, uh-oh. But given that weekly time frames are bullish, we do have to keep leaning to the long side until we are shown by the weekly bears that Momo is indeed changing. Because the higher time frames always trump the lower ones. I think a lot of people get trapped in that actually with jumping time frames or going way too low. I mean, I think anything below a daily is low, and probably is not for most people, but yeah, jumping time frames. That's why I just pick a few that you like to use and just kind of just keep using those. I like these a lot. I'm actually gonna, you know what? As I'm talking about this, I'm taking this one off. Less clutter. These are the ones that I like because some tradables are different. I got like 3 hours on futures products. I like 458 on True 24/7, which is pretty much only crypto has that. But yeah, there we go. We just removed 850, which we've been talking about doing on the show for like 2 months, and I just like, oh, whatever. Sometimes it's hard to make changes. Anyway, I'm digressing even more. Oh yeah, this looks good above. This is decent above 47 cents. Some of these moves could be real big off of this. We're finally even getting some green on this candle and attempting to get over the 21 EMA. And you're like, but this looks like shit. Yeah, well, it does. But it also hasn't attempted to get over the 21 since April. So that's a significant change in behavior for ADA. I'm sorry, for Osmos. ADA. It's around that same price, I think. It's confusing me here. Plus, I'm just confused apparently today. No, it's only 29, so I'm completely wrong. Cool. Well, that's fine. Wrong all the time. All right. Above 48 cents. That's the Ripple number as well. So Osmosis and Ripple, both 48 pennies. And this one specifically looks kind of decent for maybe a big run. Once this one we've been watching just die and go into price discovery to the downside. Once it broke 69, back over here, that was the line in the sand, citing that it goes into abyss black hole mode. We got that shit for another 37%, 40%, whatever. And now, like I said, this is a noteworthy attempt to find maybe a local low. We'll have to keep watching that, and we will for now. This one is interesting. It hasn't popped. This could be a trade right here since everything's kind of getting exciting with only about a 4-ish% risk. That is maybe something to look into on that one. I might die. I'm just some idiot on YouTube though, so don't do what I do. Let's see. Dash. Yeah, Dash is fine. No, not really. It actually doesn't look super great. It's deep in the hole. This is a funky ass pattern. It got pretty comfy below this low. Now, is this a rejection? Yeah, if Bitcoin and crypto and everything just starts to run from here and we get over that 31,000 area, then yeah, this thing will probably easily run to, you already know what number, 42. So that's the only places they can go. Oh, right. Oh, why is this delayed? It doesn't matter that it's, oh, I just got to relog in. That's fine. We don't have to do that right now because it's all closed anyway. So we'll have up-to-date pricing. Let's just run through these real fast. And I'm going to hit the hay because I am definitely a little exhausted. 42 was the number to flip. We've been running ever since. It's good. We got into the second range. Wow, we already tested that. Let me zoom in a little bit since I've been away for the last 8-9 days or something like that, or whatever it is, a week. I don't remember. Yeah, wow. Our horizontal was right above, right at 55. Literally hit the freaking horizontal with the wick. You're like, oh, you probably drew that on there. Yeah, I totally did. Right after, so I could say that. But wow, went right to it, rejection. But look where we are now, touching the bottom of the horizontals. And let's see. We have lost some of the Momo short term. I'm just kind of looking at some of my indicator here, this color code, and some of these lines. So are these crosses, like when you see those and you keep seeing them and they'll ratchet up, that means it's like the momentum is continuing and it's still very much there. And then eventually, though, this will happen where they'll disappear and they'll stop printing. So that's just kind of what I'm looking at. That's some other shit. That is not a free indicator. Looks, I mean, I like it above 43.50. See what next week brings. But I mean, right now it's easy kind of trade. You're between 43.50, 4,500, and it's weekly, bullish on the weekly. So, are you getting the bears attempting to do something here? Yeah, a little bit, but really above this 43, it's like 70 really, then whatever. Now, if that does break, I would look for a gap fill pretty quick, probably within like a couple of days. And then obviously if it goes above 45, it just goes to 6,000 or something. Weekly open and close, y'all, above freaking 15. The NASDAQ has done it on a weekly. That is nothing to dismiss. That is actually pretty damn good. Now, if this monthly can finish and close strong above 15 as well, that would also look pretty damn good. Interesting. AI is just pumping the tech stocks. Let's see here. Anything else about that? No, it just looks great above. Maybe May, you could argue like 14.9, but that's splitting hairs. A little tiny gap around 14.5. So kind of like if we lost that 14.9, if we were to get that technical, or 15, whatever. That's easier to say. Then we fill that gap and then probably get continuation until this weekly looks a little bit weaker, but nice open and close above the breakout zone. That is confirming bulls want to party. Now, this is not confirming bulls want to party. That's very different from, I guess, no AI in the Dow, huh? Can't save it. This actually doesn't look very good. I don't like this. If you told me these were charts were like both the major indices, you just randomly showed them to me with no name. I mean, I would probably know what it was by looking at it, but let's say I didn't. I'd be like, oh, damn, looks bearish. That's a rejection candle. That sucks. I couldn't even close like up here, like at 34.2, because it has to close at like something with 42 on it. And it couldn't even do that. And look at this daily. We kind of flipped. Yeah, we can see. There we go. We got some rejection action. Yeah, that's not near as sexy as the NASDAQ. Sideways is F still in the range. Hmm. All right. What's the trans doing? What are the trans doing? The trans are breaking out. Okay, so maybe Dow's just kind of being a little laggard, being a little bitch. Back between its 34.2 and 33.5. So now it's back in range mode. It's not in breakout mode like Nasdaq is, which is kind of crazy. Not blue sky breakout mode, but attempting to whatever. Y'all know it's different. Russell also rejection. Wow, 3%. Oh man, well, 1900 wins again for the Bears. That is very interesting. Okay, and that's different too. A little vol flash yesterday, got some fall through. It looks like today. Oh man, yeah, interesting. Just back in the stupid range. Now, what is good for bulls is we have chronological order on the moving averages 21, 55, and the 200. So that actually is good. And I usually love to buy this pullback. This is actually one of my favorite trades. Damn. Too bad I was not watching the market. I would have put some call trades on the rut on that close. That's okay. Usually you get more opportunities. So don't forget, capital is finite, opportunity is infinite. Yeah, wow. Okay, yeah. So this could just be like a little retest. I didn't realize that it had this chrono setup, the chrono setup. That's what I want to call it. I don't really have a name for it, but that we'll call it the chronos. So when they're in order like this, love it, love it, love it, because it's just easy risk management too. You get like a little bit below it, so that's where I'll use like structure to the left, because everybody's watching the same movie, so you have to kind of do a little bit of different dance, right? So that's why I like to look left, and I'm like, well, where's a lot of these candles splitting up? It's like, oh, kind of like right here, we can like touch the most on the top. So, which is at about 1800, which is nice confluence, a nice round number. So above 1800, I'm going to put some longs on that next on Monday, possibly Sunday night. This is futures, so I could be able to do that as well. And if you're like, damn, futures is crazy. If you don't know, they have micro contracts, and with most brokers, you don't need a whole lot of money to put one on. I think some of them do intraday, which is from like 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, and you only can do like $50 to $100 margin. Now, should you only put $50 in there and trade that with futures? Absolutely not. That shit will get destroyed pretty fast. But you can put $500 in there or something like that, and very reasonably trade. Just follow your damn risk management. That's all. Man, this is beautiful. This looks even better than the Russell when they're erect to the moon like that. Interesting. And you know what's funny too is bulls could rip here because everyone is still so bearish. I think we talked about this last stream or the stream before or something. Like, just everyone is just so bearish, man. Like everywhere you go, it's like we all have like PTSD from the COVID shit or something. Oh, I can't say that. Canceled, banned, demonetized all my videos. Dude, I swear if they do that, I don't even know. I'm not going to put my reaction on the stream. I'll tell you that. Let's see. Anyway, let's move on. DAX still making higher highs, higher lows. We're testing again the freaking zone. All right, bulls, get your shit together. Like, what are y'all doing? Weekly, not the best weekly. Look at this. We talked about this the other day too. We can't get over 26, man. What is going on? Bulls should be able to get over 26 if they have strength. And you might be like, what the hell are you talking about? I'm talking about 26, the number over here on the DMI oscillator. If the red or green bulls, bears, are above 26, that means they have very good momentum. And if they can stay above that, usually get, kind of fall through to that side. Anyway, very, very good sell off on that. Not my favorite, but also still very much in structure. And as long as it's above 15.8, it looks pretty good. You know what we haven't looked at? Let's look at divergence. Let's see if there's any divergences. Shit, there's not even any. Wow. Okay, how about on a daily? Holy crap, there's like pretty much none. There's one here, but I mean it already got negated anyway. So whoa, damn, that's crazy. There's not even any hidden divergence anywhere. We're just like textbook cruising, man. That almost never happens. Are the bulls back, baby? Let's see if we got it in crypto. Do we have it in crypto anywhere? Yeah, we had it here. Well, like, no, not even really. That's not good enough. If it's like not good enough, it's like whatever. Let's see. This one also didn't have it. Okay. Wow. Interesting. All right. All right. You know, it's like I went on a little rant. I don't know. It was within the last 5 videos about how it's like, man, need to start probably shifting into more of a bullish mindset kind of on everything, you know, especially with just the way the charts have been building and stuff. And it's been hard for myself, you know, I'm sure a lot of you included. That there's just so much bearish bullshit talk everywhere you go. All your family's talking about. At least that's how it is down here. It's like, oh, every store is closing. Everything sucks. The collapse is coming. It's retail apocalypse. Blah blah blah. I'll tell you one thing that you should do, but don't listen to me because I'm an idiot. But one thing you should do is just not watch the news. It's great. You'll get enough from your friends and hear about it. You don't have to like seek it out and be like a junkie. That shit does not help your trading. Maybe a couple of y'all out there does, but I think for the vast majority of people it doesn't. Maybe if you're like an intraday scalper or some shit, or you trade biotech stocks, stuff like that. But because there is a little niche for everything. But overall, yeah, not a great one. Anyway, before I ran about that shit too much, I think that's it. I think we're probably gonna wrap it up. Oh, let's talk about oil. Oil's still super sideways. Looks good above like 67 handle still. I mean, I wouldn't say it looks good, but it looks okay. Let's stretch that box out. Oh man, squeeze. See, that's we don't like this between the short and long term. That is fuckery zone. So bulls really need back above 77. Bears need back below pretty much 67. So that makes it easy. Both got sevens in it. Oh my God, look at this. It's happening. It's doing it. The low. We're making a high. Holy shit. The bulls for nat gas are finally doing it, y'all. Off this nice hammer. We're getting the daily 21 actually crossed over the 55. That has not happened since all the way back in July. Almost a year ago. Just shy of a year. Pretty nice for the bulls here. Higher low, higher low. I don't want to say it, but because it's like, but just this is just, I just really hate the. Oh yeah, I guess you just have to watch it and then but I just hate the like. I don't want to sound like, oh yeah, see, I told you so or whatever. I just want to be like, well, see, this technical analysis can work. Not like it's not like to be like, oh, I told you so. It's just to be like, look, man, this is an example of how this shit can play out. Of course, nothing's 100%, but when you get structure and certain things following it, higher low, like trend, higher highs, higher lows, and candle structure are like probably the two best things in price analysis. Anyway, whatever. Because we were talking about these lows, we got the lines. I drew pink lines, so it's legit, and we're making a new high. Shit. So I mean, this is just continuing, man. Now, is it going to get a little bit soft here and pull back like it has 4 times? Probably. It's done it 3 other times for the base. So mega resistance though at 280 handle. We get above 280, it's probably easy, quick shot to 323, and then the 200 kind of depending where we are in the future there. Let's see here. But yeah, very nice move though. Oh, we didn't do VIX. Hold up. Wow. See, the Bulls are back in town, dude. Look at this. VIX is going back. Did it go to 12? It did. Wow. It went to 12. Okay. That's crazy. Well, there's another thing putting up that, like, hey, maybe it's not as bad as we all think. And let's not forget, too, everyone's like, the crash is coming. It's coming. Yeah, what? Amazon down 56% wasn't enough. Netflix down 76% wasn't enough. Mooney bonds, which everyone pretty much holds in any kind of pension or retirement, or if you go to the bank and tell them, sell me some shit to invest in, and they sell you some crap, we'll have some municipal bonds in it. And a 13% move, by the way, in this, if you don't know, is pretty much equivalent to those 40% and those bigger numbers like that. So was that not enough? I mean, I don't know. It's now VIX is at 12. I think we really got to start shifting the mindset until told otherwise. Let's see, VIX on the or VVIX. Sorry, yeah, y'all already know about this one. Below 100, don't really have to care about it too much. Above 100, that's when you have to start kind of being like, oh shit, we about to get bears about to get crazy. Right now, it's just kind of lollygagging in the 90s. I mean, it hangs out there all the time. That's very normal. I mean, here's the futures just getting pummeled, dude. I mean, nasty, just brutal, brutal for the Bears. I feel sorry if you're short this market. Ouch, man. Ouch. All right, so we did that. Let's go to bonds. Bonds are just chilling. They're very confused. You didn't hike right in the middle of this megaphone pattern. It's pretty much like, we're gonna stop. We're gonna pull back. Oh no, we're not. Just kidding. We are. We're not sure. Now we're literally in the middle, but that's super unsure, which you can read on this chart. It's just like very, very. It can't get more unsure than this. Right in the middle of this megaphone pattern. Tight middle range here. 129, 125. So until it's out of that, it's just range mode. Same for ZN. Same for the notes. And without clarity on the hiking stuff. We're kind of far away from that now since we just had one. It's kind of whatever for now. TMF, TNX, yeah, whatever. Dollars back in, just kind of chilling. Boring. Let's go to gold because that's yeah, gold getting back below 2K has just not been good. Very ugly price action. Have the weekly close because that's what I like on gold is the weekly. Sometimes I even like to jump up to the 2 week. 2 week is a pretty cool chart for a gold. I know it's 15 days, whatever. Sue me. Let's see. Weekly open and close on gold. If we get that, we can potentially get that this coming week. Below like 1920-ish would look like kind of bad, but gold is a slow mover. Precious metals are generally slow movers most of the time. Yeah, occasionally they can just pump like over here or whatever, but most of the time they do move like do nothing for a while and then they do a lot for a little. I guess that's kind of crypto-esque, but even slower though because Bitcoin, whatever, who cares? Y'all know what I'm talking about. But this still looks good above like 1880s. So in the macro big long term, let's even go to like a monthly. In the macro big long term, above 1880s is still pretty damn bullish on the monthly chart. What is interesting though for the bulls is they have had almost 3 months now in 6 days. They've almost had 3 months to get a open and close above this doji shooting star, big doji kind of star hybrid thing. And we just can't get over it. 2000 is no joke. That round hole number is really freaking people out, I guess. So any kind of open and closes above 2K. Let's see if it's even on a 3 hour. I'm curious. Yeah, okay. So we danced up there on the 3 hour for a while. That's really low time frame on gold. I almost never look at that. How about on the daily? That'll be a better one to look at. Yeah, so we did do that dance over here for a little bit. Got a doji rejection, couldn't get over that. So man, 2K line in the sand for the bulls. So I wouldn't get super bullish until we could break that, just because unless you love gold, but as from a trader's perspective, that's only 2-3% from here. So really want to get above 2K because if we go above 2K, it's going to be way more than 2-3% and the risk to reward I don't think is super great until that does happen. Now, on the flip side, could you buy this right here and stop out at like 1880s? Oh, absolutely. I don't think that that's a terrible trade at all. The only problem is you have to really kind of think that the rates are going to go back and we are going to ease more and all that kind of shit, right? We're going to keep going up. So I don't know. I think it's a tough one with gold, and that probably didn't make that much sense. But let's just watch the price action, and if it's above 1880, that's what makes sense. Sorry, that's what I try to do here too. I try to really focus on just the price action because I think that's by far the most important thing over everything. News, president, whoever the hell it is, doesn't matter. Oh wow, look at silver. Brutal move on silver. Woo. 7%. Well, we lost that 2420, that meme power. Blech. But look where it stopped. Horizontal, 200, structure. Interesting. What will the Bulls do next week? They defend this shit and they pop kind of hard and get back above 2350, this little cluster. And ultimately, we do need that 2420 level. But man, that would look really good. Let's see if they can pull that off next week. But maybe the risk is also coming out of the market. Precious metals are generally kind of like risk off moments and, shit's going to collapse and die and whatever. Everyone's like, no, you just put that in your portfolio and you hold it forever. But let me tell you a story real fast. First time I ever got into markets was right here. Yeah, that's right. And in the upper part of this, too, this is a monthly. So let me go to the upper part of this candle. It was right here, like $42 and something and change. I'm still down 50% in 4,400 days. Yeah. Think about that. And gold does that, and silver does that a lot. Here's another stint. From 85 to almost 2005, you're flat. Yeah. And it yields zero. You get nothing off of it. It looks cool, though, and you can hold it. I get it. There should be part of your money probably in some gold and silver, but I think some people go a little bit too ham on that shit. And if you're trading at spot, it's ridiculous. The dealers, how much they screw you, but whatever. I'm digressing again. Late night talks with Z-Rex about things that he doesn't like. Friday nights, 9:30. Anyway, $900 is the line in the sand on platinum. Yeah, lost that lost 1,000, then 950 was the level. Lost that. Now we're going for the gold. The bears are, and that is really gets ignited below 900. So interesting. Palladium, oof, nasty. Looks real nasty below 1,300. Real gross. All right, so let's wrap this shit up. It's already been too long. I wanted to make this like 30, 40 minutes. It's 53 minutes. F it. You already know Bitcoin. It is what it is. Looks good. Nice hammer candle. What a way to come back from vacay to see this. Loving it. Of course, the move happens on the vacation. I went to that trip the other day, and the big moves happen for the altcoins. And on this week, it was the whole week, too. Very nice. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, up, up, up. Looks real good now above 28K. Let's see if this weekly can close above 30,000 something. It would look real good if it could close above 31.5. Ethereum needs to do a little bit more. It's got a lot more work to do. 2,000 is the line on that. That hasn't changed in a long time. Hammer candle right around major support levels. Looks pretty damn good short term on like a daily above about 1,800. And that's about it. Some outliers, that Bitcoin Cash, pretty crazy. It doesn't look like it right here. Like, oh, only 8%. So there's some outliers. This shit's going to start happening everywhere if Bitcoin goes over 32,000. Just know that. And that's how I'll end this shit. Might not be happening, but watch that price action, baby. It's the best thing you can do. Much love, guys. I appreciate you listening and hanging out on this late night stream. I am beat to a pulp from the sun at the beach. and driving and all of that fun stuff. Y'all don't give a shit about that. It's all good. I'll see y'all on Monday morning for a nice, fresh, regular program stream from No Noiz and myself, Z Rex. Until then, y'all have a beautiful weekend. Have a great rest of your Friday night, and I'll see y'all Monday morning. Peace.